This is going to be a pretty long stream, I think. Cause I think this is gonna be 7 hours at least. I think at worst it's 8, but I think it should be doable in 7 hours. So yeah. I don't by right I was gonna start the stream later, but then I decided I shall not do that just because the story is quite long. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So, um, I just cut my hair. That's why. So I look a bit different from just now. But in any case, yeah, this story might seem pretty long compared to some of the earlier ones that I've been reading. It's 42,000 words, so it's quite big. Oh, seems like my YouTube is gonna take a while to respond. But yeah, assemble. Yes, thank you, Sens, for telling everyone to assemble. Although I don't know if I think my stream overlay is broken. Let me check. Maybe try to fix that. Oh, you bought me a drink, but I never asked for a drink. And wait, if you don't want, it also. I've drank two different things this afternoon. Hold on, guys. Oh no, wait, wrong. See if I can fix my stream overlay. Okay, I got it. Boom. Okay, stream overlay. Supposedly, if someone subscribes or anything, it should probably work. But yeah, okay. I was gonna stream like maybe 2 hours from now, but I decided let's just go earlier simply because I don't want to be reading late into the night. I do wish that I can sleep earlier today. So now, as of when I'm streaming, it's 6 p.m. and I'm hoping to finish by 1 a.m. So that's why I'm online right now. Okay? Seems good. I won't waste too much time in terms of like listening to the voices or whatever. As I'm reading a story, I'll probably interpret. So yeah, no dinner. I ate a late lunch because I ended my stream just now, right? So I ate food and I ate quite a lot. It's basically both my lunch and dinner. I don't eat that many meals anyways. I'm not supposed to. Else I'll gain weight. It should make me sad. Anyways, nice hair. My hair is simple, man. My hair is the typical Asian hair. You know, Asian likes to keep their hair short, always like to keep the side short, this side short, then everything all short. Yeah, that's just my classic. It's like how you tell someone is an Asian Chinese, I think. But then again, my hair is unique because like my hair is curly, so like it's always nicer for me to keep it short. Because if I don't keep it short, it'll be so warm, for me. So it's a blessing that every time I cut my hair, I'm happy. Invitation to wine. As I mentioned, right, I'll be away next week. You won't see me streaming. You might see here and there a few videos. But I'm not at home because I've been called back by my country. So my last day that I'll stream might be 2nd July. I don't think I'll be able to read any more stories because I might want to try to do IS5 before I get called back. So it's either 1st or 2nd July that will be my last stream, and then I'll be back again on 12th or 13th July. Yeah. So the UU's event will likely start on 17th, which would mean I still have time to read Vernal Winds and where the People Souls before your event starts. So I'll allocate 2 days basically after I'm back to read those 2 stories, and then when your event happens, we do the viewer pools, we play through the stuff, and then we read the event. It also means that Death in Chunfen, I wouldn't read that before Yu's event. I'll read Death in Chunfen after Yu's event. So yeah. One, two, three, 9 times 2, 18 plus 3, 21. That's a lot to read. Ready? Oh! Shangshu. New region. Why is there a knife on the wall? That was my constant companion when I was young and begging for food. So why is there an empty shelf under it? That's reserved for an old elder of mine. What happened to them? We had a falling out. Why? Because... Oh, so modern. It's early in the morning and the weather's cloudy. Along Yingfeng Road in Shangshu of Great Yan sits an inn. Not many establishments would call themselves an inn in modern Yan. But this one has the most antique atmosphere, the finest wine and tea, and is the most cultured in all Shangshu. Its sign is red with gold lettering. Xing Yu. 10 jars of Husong, 3 jars of Yunliao, 6 jars of Guixing Reserve. Liu, why are numbers here so much lower than across the river? Don't blame me. They went crazy with banquets at the start of the month. Of course they sold more than us. How much difference can a few parties make? Aiyo way, you don't even know half of it. You were out of Shangshu then. You don't know how ridiculous that hoo-ha was. Those 2 days of business could pay half a year's worth of bills. No exaggeration. We were beating them for months and those 2 days completely sunk us. You can't keep letting them make a fool of us, Mr. Cheng. Remember, we were here first and were first to do it well. If you ask me, the other places should be bowing to my old man here. Don't be fooled into loving your grandsons while you forget your son here. What are you even blubbering about? Since when was I your old man? I haven't even said anything. Yeah, and it'll be all over for me once you do. It was just bad luck. If I were the one to meet those nobles, if it's just bad luck, then where's all your good luck to balance it out? Nobles, where did all those nobles come from? We always relied on word of mouth from our regulars, and you wouldn't even do ads. If we could just invite a few pretty boys and girls to... You heard nothing. That was just the wind just now. Running a restaurant inn depends on customers with taste and connections. True. But what do you know about who's connected and who isn't? If I knew, I'd be running the inn. And sit tight and learn. Anyone with eyes can discern if someone's rich, powerful, stylish, and wise. That's plain as day. So why can't you? Whether you're a kung fu adventurer or a settled person, so long as you're alive, you'll mingle with plenty of other people. So keep mingling, and you'll get a good eye for this. Knowing people and knowing what they know is what lets us live well. Meanwhile, you spend all day fiddling about and run off to the mahjong parlors every night. What kind of future do you expect when... Why did you stop the lecture? Don't you see our 2 guests at the door? Why aren't you greeting them? Aiyo, I completely missed them. Quick, get them in. The first 2 customers of the day. I get them 2 plates of salted peanuts and a pot of chrysanthemum tea. My... I'm so sorry, guys. Might our luck be looking up? Really? Let me treat you to dinner in Mr. Liang's stead. Take a seat, take a seat. Tea will be with you in a moment. I thought we'd have made a beeline for his residence. Your friend here is still a magistrate. Busy in any case. Busy enough to overlook a friend. Must be busy as can be. Sir, what do you think then? Are these two the noble types? Don't ask. Observe. You can't judge at first glance. Shangshu, where the winds blow high and the clouds part to show off the moon. The land was mountainous since times untold. Some would say the rugged terrain posed quite the obstacle to the nomadic city's development. But the folk of Shangshu were loath to give up the land they dwelt in since antiquity, so they went to great pains to move mountains and fuse their city with the peaks. Hence, unlike other cities, Shangshu's plates were distributed along the lines of the range, each perhaps hundreds or thousands of meters wide and utterly unique in their scenery. How auspicious Shangshu's habitation must be that in recent years it has never once been struck by catastrophe. Its people have built new towns in the mountains and opened them up with roadways and tunnels. Furthermore, with the guidance of the Tumu Tianshi, a mountain range of particular renown was directly relocated onto the nomadic platforms, where... Oh, you're back! Slow down, mate. What's a Tumu Tianshi? Heavenly Master of Earth and Wood? You might be unaware, benefactor, but Yen has multiple bureaus of Tianshi, celestial masters. Any student of the land, even a mite accomplished at original arts, may apply to join. Take layer upon layer of examination, and so serve the country. Originum arts have a dizzying array of applications, and the science of Originum is developing by the day. The Tianshi of Yen are naturally classified by profession and specialty. Civil engineers, for example, the artists of earth and wood indeed. And here I thought cool titles like that would be reserved for casters like Lei Zi. You know, ones with crazy battle powers. Would Lei Zi be that Yen official in Rhodes Island you mentioned before? My, it may have been like that in the past, but times have changed. Now the welfare of people comes first. Original technology benefits the masses, and every Tianshi of Yan's Ministry of Engineering pours their lifebloods into researching Originum's arts and testing new materials. Other countries couldn't dream of moving whole mountains onto nomadic cities, that's for sure. Indeed, while landscapes may soothe the soul, it certainly wouldn't be worth such monumental efforts if it broke the backs and the banks of the people in the process. Still, most of the credit belongs to the civil engineers of the Tianshi who loved their home enough to put in the work. And moving mountains was easy compared to convincing the local villagers and estates to agree to the project. Yen has an old proverb. It's a land that raises its people. A shame I can't speak much on Originum arts, or else I'd had the same thing on my mind as one of the nomadic city architects. Is everyone from Yen like this? It's these rivers and hills before us. See. The limitless sights. Early spring so tranquil you can hear the snowflakes land. There's a lasting charm about it. If you'd lived here since the cradle too, perhaps you'd think the same way. Maybe. Who can say? Now that's refreshing. Where the winds blow high and the clouds part to show off the moon. I can see how it earned that. What is this city inspired by? City in the mountains. Which region in China is that? City in the mountains. Shanghai? Or is it Chongqing? Chongqing is a tech city. Is Chongqing considered a city in the mountains? I think this must be a notable state of China. Let me see. What city in China is built in the mountains? Chongqing is built in the mountains? Oh. I mean, we figured that the previous story, no, it wasn't the previous story. The main story was about Kowloon City, and then the previous one with Dusk is more likely like a more rural village, but I won't be able to tell which rural village he's referencing to. Okay, I mean, yeah, this Dusk has a very Chongqing vibe. I was really thinking it's Chongqing because of the first CG, the one where it looks like we're on the roof of the buildings. What was that again? That roads are on top of the buildings? Yeah. Chongqing is built in a way where they fascinatingly have two layers of a building. There is the thing that we all understand, which is your streets on the floor. But then their communal spaces and their roads are in the sky. Well, it's not the sky, but the top of the buildings, which is pretty wow. I've never been to Chongqing myself, but personally, I do hope to visit it because I think it's quite a sight. You know, there's always this saying in at least the countries that they care that they want to turn into a smart city, you know, and the idea of a smart city is like trying to look technologically advanced, you know, trying to create your own cyberpunk, basically. But I feel like of all the cities, Chongqing looks aesthetically closest to the idea of a cyberpunk-like world. So it's cool that we get to see a story inspired by it. Let's go on. Within Shangshu lie the renowned 3 mounts and 17 peaks, and they draw plenty of tourists. Some foreign nobility even make the trip out here simply to admire them. Presumably, the common folk owe it only to the pains of crossing the land that these landmarks aren't swarmed by such visitors coming in droves. There's a comfy breeze up here. I was worried it rained and delayed us from heading up the mountains today. Quite right, benefactor. The spring breeze caresses one's cheeks. The drizzle falls finely, all silent and slick in the rain. Been meaning to ask actually. You're a martial artist, right? So how did you get so bookish? My master often instructed us that practicing the martial arts hardly precludes the study of culture. Indeed, the arts come both martial and cultural. To learn them well is but the duty of the modern soul. Besides, the art of gab can be a gateway to making some money. Benefactor, what say we visit the nearest summit on the way? I hear more people have taken to the mountains these last 2 years. There's been quite the hubbub. Pass. We'll rest in the city for a day or two. Wait for the sisters to meet up with us and head on our way. Never felt so bad about missing all the scenery on the way though. You've always been singularly devoted, benefactor. A mind only for the objective, not the wit more. And as a proof of your conscientiousness, you never take a break. Never take breaks? Me? But of course, whatever. Flattery will get you nowhere. We're not going. But you're merely taking me to the office for onboarding. Such a minor errand needn't be so urgent. And did I not hear Lava mention you undertook this journey intending a vacation? Surely nothing impedes you from a good tour of the scenery then. If only Lava were here. I'm not the only one who needs to sort out her head right now. Benefactor Lava just happened to be tasked with a sudden commission taking her a different way. I imagine she'll pass by the scenery just fine. I don't think she's the type to gawp at the view. Not in a million years. So she isn't. To be honest though, she wasn't always this way. Me neither, of course. You needn't broad, benefactor. Things change. We change. The world's affairs are inconstant. Inconstant is a word? Well, that's new to me. Add to my vocabulary. I didn't know that. What? Inconstant is an actual word. Let's hurry on our way then. Found them, Miss Tu. You sure? No mistake. They came in from Zhengshan Crossing and got to Yingfen Road to Weicheng District. He got someone reliable to come with him the whole way. And the Langman Knight carrying an antique little box on him, correct? Yep, clear as day. If anything goes wrong, you're responsible. You left this to us. We won't let it go wrong. Good. Then we're paying the Buccaneer a visit in place of those yellow-bellied oldies. That was us. The inn has over 10 brunch locations in Shangshu, yet they do not take the name Xingyu. Perhaps Xinglu or Xinglu for a journey fortunate, or Xingfu for a journey blessed. Xingyu. Xinglu. I can only recognize the word Xingfu. I do not know what the other words actually are. But Xingyu for a journey plentiful belongs to this inn alone. And of course, this inn alone provides such an incredible view of the skyscrapers against the twin moons mirrored in the distant lake at night. The innkeeper paid mind only to the scenery when choosing locations, not to the guests, nor to the rent. Fine scenery puts guests in a fine mood. Fine scenery puts all in harmony, and the coin will come whether you like it or not. Fine tea indeed, and a fine view. First-timers should stay somewhere nice. Get a good impression of Shangshu. Xingyu Inn, an antique elegant name. Famous, but it only recently got into food service. The innkeeper has talent, and whatever he touches goes well. It's grown to be a lot to handle, but still... Is that him there, busying about? The very same. Doesn't look like he's an owner at all. Very steady as he goes. You have to admire him. If only I knew what my old schoolmate was up to. The Liang boy. To borrow your words, steady as he goes. Is he a good Mandarin? Ask any passerby, shoe shiner, yam hawker, or taxi driver on the street. They'll all give him a thumbs up. Living his dream then. Wish I could say that. You haven't met Mr. Liang in over 10 years. Nope. But he still chose you to deliver this item. That is it. Then your bond must deserve a thumbs up as well. I'm not experienced enough to say what this portends. I only know by Mr. Liang's expression that this is no laughing matter. Hardly. I wouldn't dare flaunt any grand bond with your Mr. Liang. But Liang Xin, the man, he's a friend. A friend, you say. And a good one. A good friend is hard enough to find. Much less one that will stay so after 10 years apart. What about you, Master Shen? What about me? With so many ferrymen at the docks, didn't it seem strange I chose you in particular? No, I was briefed by Mr. Liang, so I assume you were too. I have no need for the details. I had to steal this thing right out of a smuggler's hands for old Mr. Liang. Took some effort. I didn't ask. You must have been itching to speak. I came all this way with no one to talk to. You bet, Amici. I'm surprised you trust Liang. What's with that cold look on his face? Most people don't. I think some people will offer to scratch Lee, I guess. You trust him because he's your friend. I do because he's the magistrate of Shangshu. Do you know him well? I do. Mr. Liang is good to us, so we return the favor. How long have you been in the business, Master Shen? Hard to say. Who counts the passing years on their fingers? 20? 30? Very admirable. I'm only a boatman. What's there to admire? Lately they've been putting engines on the boat. Maybe I'll be out of a job in a few years. They'll still need someone to navigate the route and keep watch of the sky. I figure as long as there are waterways and the years run long, boatmen and catastrophe messengers are in the same boat. Catastrophes, you say? You don't see one often, but when you do, you never forget. Have you seen one before? I have, but also things even more frightening. Not on the rivers, mind you. Wait, what have you got me saying? What is it? Strange. Two foreigners, it seems. Alright! Two guests! Two guests. So this is your reputation: exceptional, dishes quintessential, service congenial, treatment all equals Xing Yu in then. But of course, my master had nothing but praise for the Xing Yu name. So while I've never been graced with a chance to visit Shangshu, I just had to take you here, benefactor. But it shames me to admit, but my master praised only the name, not any particular amenity. So I am also ignorant as to its precise forte. Here's your tea. Just refreshments, or will you two be needing lodging too? Wow, they've even got the standard line, huh? Hey, listen here. Maybe we've only been open for a few years, but trace the name Xing Yu back and you'll see it's got a century worth of fame. Benefactor, we've been searching for lodging. The prices are suitable enough, and it's not far from the northern crossing we agreed to meet at. What say you? I'm fine with whatever. Then 2 rooms, please. Alright then. Anything to eat for now? May I ask what you have? Our recommended set meals are on the signs. We're currently on the afternoon menu. If you need anything, just shout. Very well. Let's see. This one looks alright. Lot of yen flavor in the name. The extra spicy foul blood curd set? I'd recommend refraining for now. Why? When in Londinium, right? Can't hurt to try. In my experience, such dishes don't quite mesh with the lunchtime sensibilities a Rimbilitonian such as you might be accustomed to. That's so? I think I'm pretty good with spice myself. What are you sneaking peeks at? Look there, at the proprietor, the innkeeper, I wager. What about him? He's a force to be reckoned with. A force how? Of course, he has to be. With a business this grand. But there's something more than that. Are those calluses on his hands? Your vision is as astounding as ever, benefactor. And there's been 2 guests on the floor upstairs eyeing us ever since we walked in. What part of them caught your eye? Well, their quarter seems oddly familiar. Are you staying here today, boss? Not heading to check the other side of the crossing? No, I'm expecting someone. I must be here to attend to this guest. You're offering personal service. Gotta be a big shout then. Are we open for business then? How much can we make? There might not be money in it. No shortage of things to settle though. Is it a part of business over there? Yes and no. What does that mean? Less blabbering, more greeting the customers. Psst, penny pincher. Aye, welcome guests. Are you... Miss Tu, what are you? None of your business. Out of my way. Hey! What a formidable greeting, young lady. Are you looking for me? A sloppy man with glasses, a gaudy outfit, and the look of a swindler. So it's gotta be you, right? I must say that appraisal is a little... An enemy of yours? No, they never go so far as to send a little girl to do their bidding. Who's a little girl, huh? She kicked up an entire wooden chair. What leg technique? You have quick reflexes, dodging without getting up. Miss! What? Can't you see I'm busy? This guy's a liberi, right? Didn't the letter say we're looking for a lung? Then it's the one upstairs. It's you, right? Isn't it? Hey, don't I at least deserve an apology? Cool it, mate. Personally, I thought my attire was just dandy. Given her approach, I doubt she means well. You stroll in and abuse an innocent chair, not to mention almost give that man a concussion for no reason. Give it up! Your cover's blown! Now play nice and hand it over. I grant that it takes guts to sneak into the city in broad daylight though, sorry. Miss Tu, was it? I believe there might be a misunderstanding. Did you come from Langmen? Yes. Are you carrying an antique wine cup with you? Then you have 1 minute to think up a good excuse. After that, you're handing it over and coming with me. The young lady's not too keen on hearing people out. Really makes me miss those kids of mine back home. Didn't know better. Don't look at me. Mr. Liang explained that he specifically entrusted you with bringing that wine cup from Langmen. And if Mr. Liang says so, I believe it. Well, Master Shen, thanks for the vote of confidence. Odd though, this girl's bold enough to openly say what she wants. Say she wants something that Mr. Liang requested. One of our aunties plucked this right from a child smuggler's hands. So if you were expecting any legal formalities, is the card noteworthy? I looked into it. There's only baseless legends. Rumors the smugglers heard from the locals. How did this become such a hassle? Nothing, mate. I've seen this in a movie before. As have I. But they usually call the officers at this point. They never jump into a fight, right? Hey, enough muttering. Got your excuse ready? The lady is certainly blessed with a loud voice. Might those two upstairs be suspects of assault then? Benefactor? Mate, I think that guy looks familiar. What? The fellow with the remarkably similar get-up to mine? No, it can't be. They work with Rhodes Island. Guess there's a little resemblance though. How about this, young lady? You've caught me fair and square. Nowhere to run. Now, if you call the police. Stalling for time, huh? Alright, I was wondering how long you could anyways. Get up there! Don't let him get away! A moment, please. What? You want to pay me back for earlier? Stand down, let me finish my business, and I'll pay for 2 days of lodging. All expenses. Sound good? Take a good long look, benefactor. If we've not got the wrong person, then a wonderful opportunity has landed in our laps. Mr. Lee? Let's see. Little blonde rabbit. Ambiguously closed eyes. Rhodes Island operator. Miraculous! Of the taverns in Shangshu, in all of Yen, in all the world, to think you'd had the fortune to run into an old friend here. So how about we not sour the mood on this miraculous reunion? What the hell is going on? You're all together. Surround them. Nobody leaves until they hand over the booty. Oh, what inspired this? I dreamt of the fable of the shadow counseling its shade, and this is my response. Then I like to see it. How do you plan to let these common objects manifest themselves? Take it as but an inadvertent act. Mock me not for it. What the? Just now. Benefactor, watch out! They're all civvies. Keep a light touch. Careful! That libero is from some martial school. Leave the quarters to me. Where'd she go? Why is it always punch first, ask questions later? When did she get on the second floor? No need to hurt anyone, nothing, mate. Easy does it. Over here, Mr. Lee. So sorry to get you all caught up in this mess. Not like we expected to run into you, Mr. Lee. Well, let's get out of here first. Hey, are you ignoring me on purpose? You think you can just leave? Apologies, but you won't be passing. And who are you to decide? Ooh. Fen, that swindler. No, the guest must know some rare kung fu, doesn't he? Zheng, sir, shouldn't you step in before they ruin all the furniture on the ground floor? Fan Man's move are probably meant to intimidate. He's being very slick about it. But the lady hasn't shown us anything yet either. Or if they work things out, we all come out richer and happier. Oh, well, she's still being cautious at least. Hey! Or you fine people. In the late evenings of Shangshu's early spring, the wind arrives on time while the rain is no guarantee. So it has always been. A man lifts his head to the skies. The clouds and mist furl. Hui and Ming wavers, but at the furthest ends, one can faintly see the light of day. A spring chill hangs, and a light breeze flutters their clothes. He should be here by now. I do hope that things conclude smoothly. Maybe I should give him a deeper voice. I don't know. I'll see how I interpret him the second time I see him. What's this pause for? Don't tell me I was a little too heavy-handed and hurt you in my carelessness, young lady. So you know some flowery kung fu. Happy? Your buccaneers already flat on us, so there's no sense in tangling with you any longer. What's your name? Nothing. The latter man of Zushu and Wu Yu. What kind of con man gives his real name? That must be some stupid kung fu stage name. How keen-witted you are. So you're not going to let me pass to chase them, right? Hence, why I compliment your keen-wit. Shut it with your flapping! What are you waiting for? Let's take him! Miss, we'll help you out! Hold it! This is still an inn. I can't have you two making a mess of the restaurant and fools of us all. What would the passerby think? However, you two fought marvelously. In honor of your eye-opening display, I won't ask you to cover the costs. But for now, please rein it in. Call it a day for my sake. Do pardon us, good proprietor. We'll resolve this misunderstanding forthwith, then make amends at your door. I'll let you go this time. For the innkeep. I don't know how you're involved with that guy, but I'd hand him over here if I were you. Cover for him and you're an accomplice. You're free to go for now, but Shangshu doesn't tolerate outlaws. If this was simply a matter of outlawry, you could have just called the police. But that's you resorting to force, Miss Du. Nothing is right. No matter the reason, a mere disagreement shouldn't bring you to fisticuffs. Now, miss. Let's have your people leave. Miss, do we just let him go? We could grab him and wait for the Lungman Knight to take the bait. Quiet. We've already let the Lungman Knight escape. Keeping this guy with us all night won't be of much use. Besides, could you even restrain him? And you're still holding back some moves, aren't you? Hardly. Friendship is wealth. Now, friendship is wealth. If the young lady here is willing to take a step back, then I couldn't ask for anything more. I won't forget this, nothing. Please, don't waste your memories on me. The esteem has so much to forget. That's a very nice line. Carefully. Good. I get a decent head start from here. I'm only listening to Mr. Zheng. If you want to see how things play out outside, be my guest. I suggest you sit tight and listen to... Hey! Where'd he go? How did this happen? What are you all doing? You weren't exactly clear on whether we were letting him go, miss. Don't just stand there! After him! Yes, miss. Hey, Miss Tu, don't you think you're making too big a mess? Out of my way! I don't... whatever. This is not my problem anymore. And Dad, why were you acting like this doesn't concern you? You even stopped me. You were making trouble. Trouble my ass. You knew they'd go through Yingfeng Road, right? Isn't that why you were here waiting for them? We've got eyes in dozens of inns and eateries in this city. Catching some blind idiot of a tea's not hard. Who's the blind idiot here? You don't know what that wine cup is, let alone what that Lungman Knight might have up his sleeve. Not to mention how capable those people were. If they were willing to cause a commotion, they'd have won. And come out looking reasonable too. But what? Do you know just how significant their mission is? Or who the anonymous client is? You think you're all it takes to put hired escort to shames? Looks like no one's following. Sorry everyone, I should have been leading the way. But here we are in this plight, sorry. I never imagined something like this would await us in Shangshu City too. Was it really alright to leave the young man alone? Have we abandoned him? The innkeeper and the pushing woman seem to know each other. I'm worried our rearguard hero might not slip away so easily. How do you figure, Mr. Lee? She was clearly mindful of him while making her move. That never fooled me. Get fooled in my line of work and you're out of business. Then we can only hope he's a fast runner. And honestly, I'd vouch for that. Will he really be okay? He'll be right as rain. The girl wouldn't dare make a scene in broad daylight, right? It's a quiet street, but someone's gonna notice. Phew, that's a relief. But fancy meeting you here, Rhodes Island. Fancy meeting you, Rhodes Islander here. And what brings you to Shangshu, Mr. Lee? Commission at your office? I suppose there's a private matter entrusted to me by an old friend though. Is it that box? That is it. But this is truly bizarre. Why would anyone in Shangshu dare steal Mr. Liang's property? It's not bizarre at all. If you could slip into Shangshu without a fuss, why would Mr. Liang have bothered to seek me out? Mr. Liang? An old schoolmate. You can think of him as Wei Yanwu of Shangshu. Wow! Mr. Wei, huh? By the sound of it, you all know Lord Wei of Lungmen quite well. Maybe the average man on the street wouldn't, but those of us sifting through Lungmen's scraps, sure, we all do. Recognizing Lord Wei and being recognized by him are very different things. You're not wrong, but let's leave me and Wei Yanwu's somewhat rocky relationship out of this. A shame I'll never meet anyone of Lord Wei's caliber. Sure, he's extraordinary, but not that extraordinary. You're kinda making it sound like Mr. Liang's no big deal by comparison. Does he count as a big deal? He does. Why wouldn't he? Wait, do you mean Lord Wei of Lungmen doesn't? Or Mr. Liang doesn't? Then I suppose everyone's a big deal these days. Back then, he was just a hothead who didn't even know the meaning of the word adept. You're the same as ever, huh, Mr. Lee? What's it matter now? With me eking out my days in Lungmen while he officiates all of Shangshu, we haven't met in forever. Look there, it's that young man. Nothing. Alright, me? Oh, hands off, I'm aching all over. You may not realize this, but that young girl just now went utterly berserk. Merely warding her off tested every bone in mine, and it was only by the proprietor's timely intervention that I had a gap-through wish to scurry. With the way you came running over, you're obviously completely fine. Fan tucked in hand and everything. So care to repeat that? Tested every bone. There's no fooling you, benefactor. I will say though, it's been far too long since I last used so many moves. The muscle ache alone is... This young man is... Operator Mr. Nothing. I may not have formally taken the post, but my devoted heart and tireless efforts have long since beaten to Rhodes Island's tune. So you're a new operator friend. Good to meet you. Well met, well met. I hear from my benefactor that you're also an ally to Rhodes Island. As expected of Rhodes Island, friend to all and beloved by the masses, and they strike an accord with a fine soul like yourself. Just call me Old Lee. How kind of you, Brother Lee. Well then, brother, you say you only got out once the innkeeper intervened. Precisely so. What of it? Seems things aren't as simple as I thought. This isn't the place to stand and chat. Too many years. I never forgive myself for another setback. Then we'll head straight for the Liang estate. As for our friends, I was only told to meet with you. Bringing any more could be a little... never mind. I thought Mr. Liang's so small-minded. And you did both help us out. So we'll go together. The Liang estate, huh? I'd really rather not bother anyone else. It's fine. You're with me. Decisive words, Brother Lee. Brother Lee is actually funny. Sounds like a pun of the word brotherly. Good. If that's settled, then let's be quick. Come this way. Brother Lee. I'll be right there. Oh. Oh? What's this? Are these strange pets the new trend in Shangshu? Oh. Brother Lee, don't fall behind. I'm coming. The enemy of the event. Grindstone. Oh yeah, the boss in this event is Sui Xiang. I'll find out from this story why are we fighting a dragon. The cold spell of springtide. It harkens me back to many scenes of the past. My academic pursuits, my career in business, my training in the martial arts, and my entrance into politics. In those bygone times, we were inseparable. Kind friends and mentors were always there for us, each of them hoping to realize their own grand aspirations. What about now? The green bricks have yet to be cleaned. Spring has long since begun, yet the snow lingers white as pearls. It is impossible to know what the man behind the door thinks when it is shut. All you are certain of is that when it opens, what you know is merely what he wants you to know. He lifts his head, the door lets out a creak. Mr. Liang! Liang Xin! Long time no see. Indeed, it's been a while. You ventured far, Li. It was a long journey, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't arduous. How gaudy of you then, Mr. Liang, to have me travel all this way just to deliver this small trinket. All will be explained as soon as I have the time. I must thank you too, Master Shen. It's early spring. There must have been many a traveler seeking to make their way across the waters. Not at all. I accepted the job, so naturally it's my top priority. But now that I've brought him, I think I'll head back to the docks. Alright, we ran into a bit of trouble in the city. He can fill you in on the details. Trouble? You best be careful too, sir. I'll take my leave. The docks must be low on manpower by now. I should hurry back. Right. Thank you for your work. Make your way to Shangshu via Zhengshan and find a boatman named Shen. See how far your reputation gets you, Mr. Liang. You sent me with just that one sentence. This isn't exactly your first time visiting Shangshu. So what kind of man is this, Master Shen? Just a trustworthy boatman. An experienced boatman you can be trusted with your life. Fair enough. Come to think of it, I haven't been introduced to these two. Good gracious, how did I not know this? So this, Mr. Liang, is the magistrate of Shangshu. I'm getting pretty used to you overreacting to stuff you missed. What's that mean for us, though? He's the head of the city! Knowing how Yang ran officials, though, doesn't that make him a whole lot lower than Ye Wenru? These two are my business partners. It is an honor, Mr. Liang. I am Chu. Woo! Please call me Mr. Nothing. And I'm Cruz. I'm an operator on deployment from Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals, which has an ongoing business relationship with Mr. Lee. We only bump into each other in Shangshu by chance though. Anyways, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Liang. By chance? Yeah, I thought you hired messengers to escort you from Langmen. So you are aware that messengers exist. Then perhaps you should have hired them to run your errands instead of me. It was no trivial matter. The journey was long. I couldn't just trust anyone. But you could trust me. Give me a break. What was I supposed to do if I ran into bandits on the way? If you thought it a hassle, you could have written back and refused. Please, like there'd be another chance with that trinket of yours. By the time your letter made it to me, the smugglers were already in Langmen. When did I have the time to write back and tell you to find somebody else? I had to get someone looking into them straight away, smashing up their hideout too, while we were at it. Fortunately, the kids working for me are more capable of holding the fort. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the time for this errand of yours. Sounds like waifu's ammo to me. And I'm guessing Mr. Lee took this as an excuse to skip town, rather than deal with everything on his plate. Seeing as you are Lee's business partners, we shouldn't be discussing this at the door. Please come in. We have enough guest room for everyone. What an honor to be personally received by Shangshu's magistrate. Best we accept then. Please, this way. You have our thanks, Mr. Liang. Benefactor, we were just worrying about where to stay the night, and there's still some time until our meeting. What? Yes, free lodging. Why not get some rest here? Benefactor? Nothing. Guess I'm just tired. Mr. Lee? Do we have to tell Mr. Liang about what just happened? Yes, we should. Look at the sky. It's filled with clouds. It'll probably rain tonight. What's the matter, Lee? Nothing. Some landscapes flash through my mind, that's all. Maybe it's been way too long since I last visited Shangshu. The nostalgia is getting to me. Miss Lu, how did it go? How did what go? That old ugly Cheng gave me an earful. What should we do then? I told you, we can't always listen to them. If that's all we ever do, we won't have a future. Just do as I say. Alright, I'll call everyone up. How will you do with the Langmanite now? I'll go see him myself. Some things are best discussed with an open heart. Wow. How about a drink? I'll pass. I have work later. You had me travel thousands of li to bring you a wine cup, and you won't indulge me with one little drink. I went through hell and high water for this thing, you know. Drink makes fools of all of us. Drink makes fools of us all. One of the Liang Xin of yesteryear's favorite saying. Full glad I am to know that Mr. Liang still cannot hold his liquor. And full glad I am to know that you're still good with your old... You're still that good old foul mouth Li. I sent someone to investigate what happened at Xing Yulin. I doubt things are as simple as they seem. If you really don't know, then no need to stir up the hornet's nest. Such is the society we live in. Especially when simply waiting for me to leave the city would more or less solve all our troubles. Are you sure you don't need to check on the cup? The road's so bumpy. I could very well have flattened it with my... under my posterior... Posterior? What is posterior? If you didn't feel it worth mentioning, then it must be safe and sound. I say you take a look anyways. I hand-delivered this beauty all the way from Langmen after all. Oh, posterior means ass? Oh, that's funny. Hi, cat. Now indulge in my curiosity. What makes it so special? The price it was going in for in the smugglers' auctions... Oh, sorry. At the price it was going for in the smugglers' auctions, it may as well have been a buy one get one free sale. A rumor circulating among the smugglers did catch my attention though. Apparently, this thing was at the center of a ghost story in the village it was found. Do tell. They said the cup can make things around it come to life. Is there any proof? If there is any proof to a ghost story, you'd have heard of it on the news by now. I only know the rumors. And what of the smugglers? All taken to the LGD. That's good to hear. Actually, there is another matter I would like you to take care of. Well, you summoned me all the way from Lungmen. You may as well get your money's worth while I'm here. But for now, since you won't let me go without sharing a drink with you. We'll save business for later then. You haven't changed, old friend. Carefree as always. Come, sit. Now you're the master. How are your days in Lungmen? I heard you're a private investigator now. Right. And Huai's daughter is staying with me too. You know, Huai, the kung fu lunatic. Ah, no wonder you asked me to look up into his whereabouts all of a sudden. I've been taking care of waifu for a while now, actually. I even went to a university graduation ceremony in his place. Am I supposed to walk her down the aisle while she gets married too? Waifu's a good girl, but she's got a terrible father. His daughter. She's grown so much. Time flies, Liangxin. Indeed. I heard you took up a job in government, and with your personality and skills, I figured you had a bright future ahead of you. Never did I imagine that our reunion would take so many years though. I'm sure everyone will be happy to hear you managed to get back on your feet. Hardly. I just realized that some things aren't nearly as much of a headache as figuring out how to put food on the table. It's been a while since I had your cooking. You're a big shot who governs a large city. Stop looking back so fondly on the tough times we struggled together. Instead, think back to the times when we lacked opportunities to use our talents and make sure the youngsters in your city have them. Isn't that what used to vex you the most? Indeed. Still, glad to see you're still the type to never, ever hold a woman. I was worried I'd come to Shangshu only to find you started a family, which would make me... Mr. Liang, you have a guest? Miss Ting, I'm afraid now's not a good time. What do you mean now isn't a good time? I'm just a messenger. I'll be taking my leave soon. Good evening, Mr. Liang and Mr. Messenger. That's right, young miss. Explain. She's a co-worker. Mighty fine co-worker you have over at this hour. It's barely past dinner time. Oh, might you have forgotten our engagement tonight? No, it's just... Please, don't mind me. I have a few errands that just came to mind. I'll leave you to it, Mr. Liang. If you need anything else, try to finish your business first. Wait, Lee. Well, seems I'm in trouble. Nothing, mate. We're just looking for some grub. Does this really need to be such a big deal? It's not like Nian's here. I'm fine with whatever. No one's gonna complain. Absolutely not, my benefactor. I must apologize for what happened earlier by finding you the very finest establishment. Okay, so how come we're in some empty alley? You don't understand. Everyone in Yen has a handful of hole-in-the-wall eateries they hold dear to their hearts. Flavors that simply cannot be enjoyed anywhere else, no matter how reputable. You savor the memories and taste the feelings, and you're not even a local. How can anyone here be dear to your heart? Now put that travel guide away, if you insist. Do you have some kind of 4-dimensional pocket? Where are you keeping all those weird books? And you keep taking us down alleyways too, trying to lure out the people who attacked us earlier. We're wards of the city's magistrate. What do we have to be afraid of? Besides, they're hardly the upstanding sort. Rather than wait for them to come to us, I say we nip this in the bud before our rendezvous with the others. The safest play would be to hole up in the Liang estate and contact the closest field office to send operators to meet us in Shangshu. I've been meaning to ask, but are there many Yenis at Rhodes Island? Now that you mention it, I don't think there's all that many, but it also feels like I run into them just about everywhere. It's strange. Rhodes Island. Rhodes Island. Infected walking freely in the city. Benefactor, watch out! Such a lightning fast reaction. What a surprise! What is this about? Mr. Nothing thinks fast and moves even faster, as do most Kung Fu practitioners. However, the brawny man strikes more quickly than even the skip of Mr. Nothing's heartbeat reaching his throat. Don't try anything funny. Nothing! Don't do it, mate! Do you know your companion's identity? Did you know she belongs to an infected organization? Benefactor, to be quite honest, I'm afraid I couldn't do anything even if I wanted to. What's more, this is a government official. What a strange fan you wield. You are a master of your techniques, but you have yet to kill. At least you are aware of your weaknesses. Have we met? We have not. However, it seems you two are somehow connected to the Deputy Minister of the Central Judicial Office. You mean Lei Zi? Right. I saw you in our operational records before. You're Taihe, Deputy Monitor Censor of the Department of Discipline and Supervision. Department of Discipline and Supervision? Infected. What is your purpose here in Shangshu? What happened at Kou City? Why did Dusk leave the mountains? And how is Rhodes Island involved? Benefactor, is this about Miss Dusk? Keeping quiet, are we? There is no need to probe Rhodes Island, sir. We've already gone through all the formalities as infected. If you want to know about our operators' private lives, though, there is truly nothing I can tell you. Not that I know anything anyways. Operators. A bestial Swede taking an office job. Unheard of. It seems the Central Judicial Office was highly negligent in its handling of Rhodes Island. So you tailed us, huh? Not at all. But you won't let us go? That depends on how cooperative you are. No need to be so confrontational, Uncle Taihe. Oh! Wait! Ling event was Ling and Li, right? So Zuola was introduced 1 year earlier. I've spoken with the other candle holders to better understand the situation. These Rhodes Island related individuals are currently guests of the Shangshu magistrate. They may be involved with the Mount Huichi incident, but they clearly mean no offense. We needn't come to blows. My apologies. Uncle Taihe is usually a quiet man, but for whatever reason, he's unusually agitated today. I am Zuola, a court messenger. We will leave it at that. I'm Cruz, a Rhodes Island operator. Chu Wuyo, otherwise known as Rhodes Island Operator Nothing, although not yet officially. Miss Cruz, Mr. Nothing, please accept my apologies. I understand the transgression was Uncle Taihe's, but allow me to remind you. If you are not too involved with those sisters, I suggest you put an end to that relationship while you still can. Nyen's my friend and co-worker, and thus my friend's pain in the rear sister. So is that in the while we still can stage or not? To tell you the truth, you've likely already crossed the line. Thanks for the tip then. Miss Cruz, you're a woman of extraordinary courage and skill. Now we have other business to attend to. Please excuse us. I hope Magistrate Liang will give the Department of Discipline and Supervision an acceptable answer regarding the Rhodes Island affair. Excuse us. Benefactor, are you okay? That gave me such a start. I sprained my ankle. I'm okay though. Nothing, mate. A messenger accompanied by the Department of Discipline and Supervision's Deputy Monitor Censor as a retainer. Oh, what a load of poppycock. What the hell is a poppycock? They really took us for fools. It seems they're also well aware of the bizarre events in which we found ourselves at Kowu City and Mount Huichi. Even the fool can glean that the sisters are no ordinary beings. But all this is a little beyond imagination. Let's head back to the Liang estate first. Now's not the time to be wandering around. We need to meet up with them as soon as possible. What about him? Nah, it was probably just some small critter. This not like you. This not like you to sigh so much. Are you so unhappy to see me tonight, my lord? No. Is something the matter? Must I have urgent matters to seek your companionship? No. When shall we take to the mountains to see the place? The weather is still cold. I hear you've been ill as of late. You should be avoiding the mountains. This is always the case in early spring. It makes me long for the hot tea served at Shuzhou Peak. Right. I will go with you when I have the time. That was your guess, was he not? You were never the one to engage in small talk with passengers. Perhaps you might settle for leave the goods there. Stop wasting my time. No, I doubt you would say the last part. After all, you are a man of proper etiquette, my lord. Nothing escapes you, Miss Ning. Where is he from? Lungmen. So far away. He came all this way to see you. I should not have intruded. Not at all. He's not one to mind such trivialities. My, how strange to think you'd say that about someone. Here I thought you would be the same aloof man to everyone. I don't. What is he doing here? I entrusted some matters to him. What sorts of matters? All trivial. So you invited an old friend from 1,000 li away only for trivial matters? If you would not tell me, I shan't ask. However, this world is full of hardships. Such is life. If you were to anguish over each and every one of them, you would only be overburdening yourself. Then Liang said this guest room was for me to use as I please. Let's ignore the fact that you came into my room uninvited. Why are you making tea? My tea, mind you. It's not yours. It's Mr. Liang's. And I made you a cup too. Satisfied? So you plan to continue your acquisitions, Miss Du. Take a guess. I don't suppose you're bold enough to try anything in such a pretty mansion. Why don't you start by telling me why you're here? Aren't you the confident one? Still carefree enough to make conversation with me? Well, you make tea. Alright, fine. I'll get to the point. I'm here because I need your help. Alright. Now that's odd. I thought you'd be more cautious. Why so agreeable? Liang Xin let you into his home. What is there to worry about? Do you know him? I pleaded him to let me in. That's all. My father's always had a good relationship with the government. I see. Last time we met, I was going to steal your cup. Not mine. It's the Liang's. Let him deal with the troublesome stuff. I only bother with whatever troubles come my way. So you'll believe me. What reason do I have to hold a grudge against a young lady? All of us were young once, and all of us have to put up an act just to save face. Oh damn, Lee is so likable. Who's saving face? I was... Did you get in a fight with the innkeeper? I'm starting to understand just what a terrifying person you are. You seem lax and carefree, but you actually know everything like the back of your hand. People like you are the most terrifying. At the very least, I wouldn't attack someone with a chair on our first meeting. Now, tell me what this is about. And be honest, this is a negotiation. Innkeeper Zheng, my father took on a job from a court noble. They want that wine cup of yours. But what I figured. But earlier you were helping him with that. By the sudden change of heart. I won't go into the details. It's just, I don't want him to succeed. So? Will you not believe me if I don't tell you why? Try not to ask questions that you already know the answer to. You want to come across as sincere. If he succeeds, doesn't matter how big a role I played, he'll make me take full credit for it. The escort association has made itself a lot of enemies, and for all the weight it has to throw around, it's stuck by the old rules even now that the messenger industry has taken off. They're always left out for being slower to react than everyone else. That's why my father always told me to keep my mouth shut, to hide my shortcomings. He wants me to act like a frivolous playgirl who pisses away his riches. Also, no one will give me a second thought. Then, I'd secretly run errands for the court, both to curry favor and win over my lackeys. Only then will he finally entrust me with the family business. Well, that's an innkeeper for you. Always so calculating. But I'm not part of the equation. Whether it's the Tu Yao Ye who inherit the association, or the Miss Tu who's always throwing money around, both are what others expected me to be. So you want to take this chance to ensure your old man has to stay put and right the ship. That way you won't need to take over as the new innkeeper. Am I getting this right? Not quite. The royal court doesn't often come to the association with a job. If this deal falls through, there is no way my father is going to hand me the keys to the association just yet. Most people my age look to me for a way out. I told them that if my father's deal falls through, the association won't expect anything from us youngsters anymore. But either way, you're still waiting for your old man to pass the baton to you. What's the difference? There's nothing more than an arrangement to keep us in line. Once I inherit the association, I will have to follow the rules. And the rules go way beyond my father. That's why you've come to me to help you put on this play of yours. That is it. Tu Yao Ye. Is that your name, my lady? What about it? On this silent autumn night, lingering sorrows yet grapple my heart. A long night that never ceases. Yao Ye refers to the long night from that lovely poet. Too bad. I prefer going out at twilight. Since this is a deal though, what's in it for me? There's somebody out there from my royal court who wants what you have. But you didn't let them have it. Do you understand what that means? My friend never told me to hand it over. Besides, isn't he a member of the state court? Mr. Liang had you come all this way. He has something else for you, doesn't he? Only trivial matters. That's a funny line, because just moments ago the wife was saying, why did he come here? and then he mentioned trivial matters, and the wife it's not wife, co-worker couldn't believe him. Was saying, why would you bring a friend for only trivial matters? And it's funny because Lee says trivial matters as well. Whatever, I don't care. It's just, now that it's come to this, you won't be able to pretend that you've got nothing to do with it anymore. No matter what you intend. I can help you. At the very least, I can guarantee you'll make it back to Langman in one piece. Fair point. It's a deal then. It's a deal. Talking to you is easier than expected. Relax. I may not want to be the innkeeper, but all my friends my age have more than a few things to say about our elders, and all of them follow my orders. You say you don't want to take over the association, but aren't you doing the same thing? Times have changed. Right. I can't help but feel you're hiding something. But fine. It'll be nothing but trouble if they find me here. Call me Lee. Alright, Lee. We'll meet again. The innkeeper may seem like a kind, amiable man, but his daughter... Uncle Lee? You're visiting Uncle Liang, right? Right. I really don't want to go on this trip. I'll keep an eye out for your dad. If any luck, I might even drag him back here. Thanks. Oh, don't be like that. Don't expect too much either. Yeah, it is a big place. Too big to find someone that easily. Why, fool? Look, I need you to know. Doesn't matter if you're going to tell him off. Hammer him with questions, or let bygones be bygones and fawn over him. If I do find him, you need to face him on your own. It's only when you catch your fool of a dad's shadow that he'll turn back to look at you. It's the kind of man he is. I'll be in Shangshu for a while. If I hear anything about him, I'll let you know. Once you're ready, come find me. I understand. That prick Liangshin, neglecting his guests like this without so much as telling me his next move. This tea isn't the best I've had, but the pot is quite a work of art. A fine teapot indeed. A full calligraphy set too. Fairly old-fashioned for a guest room. I see Liangshin's tastes haven't changed. Ugh. Phew. The journey took it all out of me. I'm past due for a break. After all that abuse I've taken from him, I'm pooped. Where am I? How? The Shangshu Mountains are full of walkways, winding through its steep peaks among the clouds. A conspicuous sign stands here. The sign itself is new, and so are the letters written upon it. The words, however, are old. The mountain is old, and so are the stone steps. The cable cars and the people, however, are all new. I scratch my head and am surprised to find my hair less than a damp mess than expected. It is as though some indescribable sensation is enlightening my entire body and soul. All once vivid daytime memories quickly fade away, yet they thoughtfully drift back when needed. I decide to make my way up. I'm not sure why I do so, but even if these steps took me immediately heavenward, I would still ascend. As if in response to my sincerity, I find yet another sign around the corner. A new sign, this time accompanied by new words. It resembles one that advertises scenic spots for tourists. Zhuanjiang Peak. Zhuanjiang Peak. Is that where I am? Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Anybody home? Fine. Now that I'm here, might as well make the best of this. There seems to be a pavilion in the distance. Strange. I feel like I've seen this place before. We don't often get visitors here. Are you heading to the pavilion? Oh, no. I'm just going to take a peek. What is this place? Zhuanjiang Peak? One of Shangshu's 3 mounts and 17 peaks. 18, not 17. The path to the pavilion isn't an easy one. Someone must have had a lot of free time to build it up there. Looks like there's somebody up there though. Of course, why else would you build a pavilion? And you're sweeping snow here. Correct. There's nobody here. They'll only come after the snow is cleared. Who will? Who knows? But you're here now, aren't you? Isn't the one at the pavilion beckoning you? Oh? Watch your step. The path is slippery when it's snowy. Is everyone here? Correct. The masters won't let us in on the fun, and the innkeeper is always busy with the customers. The only ones missing are those sitting around waiting for the table scraps. Are you sure we don't have to listen to Innkeeper Zheng? Can we back out? Huh? You still want to follow him? Might as well quit martial arts and work as one of his cooks. All the logistic companies gotta be swimming in dough with how busy they are. But no, the old man is so in love with his rules that he'd rather open a restaurant than compete. He must be senile or something. To Innkeeper Zheng, a restaurant is an upstanding business, while attaching the word logistics to the Xingyu name would merely sully the association. He'd never accept that. And why does he think that? How would I know? We all know old man Cheng's scared of everything these days. After all those years running the Escort Association, only now when he's about to kick the bucket does he realize how many people he's offended for nothing. At this rate, the association is done for, with or without anyone kicking down our doors. But this is a huge jolt from the court, right? You sure it's okay to screw it up on purpose? This will only work because it's a huge job. I know what I'm doing. Help! Thief! Don't let him get away! Is that part of your plan too, Miss Du? Of course not. Let's go. It seems your friend is asleep. Well, it's getting awfully late. After nothing but small talk? Then what of the play? We'll discuss this another time. You should rest. Try not to go outside so often. You need to take care of yourself. I visit because there are matters more pressing to me than my health. You mean the place? Mm-hmm. I can't leave while I still have duties to attend to. Is that your way of berating me for idling about all day? Of course not. Help! Thief! A thief? How bizarre. A thief at the Liang estate. You head on inside. I will take a look. What is going on here? Oh, Mr. Liang. I just arrived myself. You two are Lee's guests, and that makes you my guest as well. As your host, I apologize for the disturbances. Mr. Liang, I was just preparing to leave for the day, when all of a sudden I saw a silhouette up on the wall. A silhouette? Yes, it looked like it was holding a box. To Lee's room! Hurry! What? The lady sweeping snow was right. It was a difficult climb, and now that I made it, the person I saw is gone. Hey, are you still here? I am. What is this place anyways? The pinnacle of your hike. In other words, the summit. Why did you summon me here? You are the one who called me. I did. Right. I'm here to reminisce with you about the old days. How about the match? I'll pass. There's no suspense to it, much less in any enjoyment. Oh, looking down on me. So you only want a drinking buddy then? I'm here to give you a small gift. It's been decades since we last met. Forget the gift. It's the thought that counts. Only a few decades, like the snap of a finger. What's this? A pair. One black and one white. Like light and shadow coexisting in harmony. Pick one, and I'll keep the other. What's the matter? Not to your liking? You can fool others, and you can fool other siblings, and you can't fool me. You. Are you not afraid of losing this whole game? I am, yet also not. Besides, I didn't exactly have a choice. Lee! Lee! Was that all a dream? Are you okay? I'm not so old that you need to worry about me kicking the bucket in my sleep. What's the matter? Sir, someone just spotted a thief making off with a case that looks just like yours. Is the case gone? I mean the wine cup. Don't worry, it's right here. How did you? The box only contains an ordinary teapot I took from the cupboard, painted black with ink. I'm not stupid enough to leave it out in the open, knowing someone is after it. My good man, you are every bit the cunning genius that Cruz described. Mr. Liang, someone out there is bold enough to provoke the magistrate for an old antique. If every thief were this brazen, the LGD would only need to guard street food stands. So isn't it time you told me what this is about? I will tell you everything you need to know. Which also coincides with the other matter I need your help with. Find its owner. I see. Some actual detective work this time. Before that though, Mr. Nothing. Where's the benefactor of yours, Cruz? Did she chase after them? I'll go check on her. Oh, this is definitely Chongqing. This is 100% Chongqing. And it's referencing a specific part of Chongqing. I think it's called the Light Village. Go and look for it. It's this. It's inspired by this. This is one of the places that if I get to travel to Chongqing, I will go and visit it. Like, it's so pretty. I was so marveled when I saw pictures of this. Basically, the entire like all the huts, the shop houses and whatnot, they're all lit in this bright yellow, and I like it's just very mesmerizing to see something like that. But yeah, feels like a 1-for-1. What's the main attraction there? I mean, there's restaurants there. It stands out in the city. So the city is all about the skyscrapers and whatnot, right? Then it just suddenly has this like yellowed out places. I followed them all the way to this night market, but isn't it a bit too lively? Did I lose them? Let me check this direction. No, my bad. You're from this afternoon. I don't suppose you'd believe me if I said I had nothing to do with this. I haven't said anything yet. But put yourself in my shoes. Soon as I arrive in Shangshu, I run into someone trying to rob a friend. And now again, would you believe that's a coincidence? Don't worry though, I'll give you plenty of time to work out your excuse. Might as well save my breath then. I'll go this way. You check over there. Right then, I'm counting on you, Brother Lee. Hold on. There's something the matter. What's that beside your feet? I don't see anything. Must be my eyes playing tricks. Maybe someone's pet. Let's go. Huh? That's a story. Okay. Makes me intrigued. Good catch, good hook. This isn't it. If things were really so simple, then I would find myself worried about Mr. Liang's eye for talent. Mr. Cheng, do we know anything about the visitor from Langmen yet? He's an old friend of Liang Xin's. Anything special about him? We have a few unclear leads, but I can at least guarantee that this affair has nothing to do with Lord Wei. That's my father's greatest worry taken care of. True enough, considering the sort of methods that Lord Wei of Langmen usually employs, if he were involved, we wouldn't be sitting here enjoying tea right now. I've heard many anecdotes about him over the years. It's a shame that I never get to have a chance to visit Langmen to see his exploits with my own eyes. I'm surprised that you show such a keen interest in someone like him. I walked the world of Kung Fu in my younger years, and I've heard he's a fine swordsman. That's all. I see. It's true that he's a swordsman. As for his swordsmanship though, all I know is rumors. In any case, can we assume it was Mr. Liang himself who chose to involve the Langmen Knight? Undoubtedly. He's the only remaining variable, and also Mr. Liang's only trump card. Mr. Liang should have been on our side. The man he chose should not have tried to deceive me either. It was an illogical move. Mr. Liang doesn't seem to have much of a choice himself. If only... No, it wouldn't have mattered. Isn't her presence in Shangshu the reason everything has gotten so out of hand? The 3 mounts and 17 peaks, a place graced by the presence of a deity. In eras past, Shangshu was a place where many dreamed, not only people, but all inanimate things. As the saying goes, all things in the world can be defined with souls, and all words in the realm can be summarized in a sigh. According to legend, a millennium ago, the Yanese towns were scattered all over the country. It was only when our Shangshu forebears, what is forebear? I've actually never heard of the word forebear. It was only when our Shangshu forebears all collectively saw the same dream that they chose to settle down on these lands. The legends of Shangshu have always been so magnificent. Outsiders may see it as mere legend, but to the locals, it is history. The operator from the medical company, Cruz was it? If it wasn't for your help, she would likely have caught up to me. You have my thanks, Mr. Cheng. You once saved my daughter from having her hot-headedness lead to disaster. Hey! My drink! Yeah, whatever. It is only natural for me to come to your aid. At the end of the day, Rhodes Island is an unknown. What do you think, innkeeper? They are not part of the game. They are nonetheless standing very close to the table. I rarely see a woman with such fine techniques. Seeing her chase after you gave me a good idea of her abilities. And what's your assessment? She may be young, but she's a battle-hardened veteran. Did you arrive at the conclusion that as Zheng the innkeeper or Zheng Qingyue as the asker to the frost? Both. You haven't once looked away from that fake cup. I'm only reminiscing. Reminiscing about the goblet's original form. When we crossed that wilderness all those years ago, we ran into a group of bandits. None of them spoke Yanese, and we hadn't had the slightest ideas where they came from. They blew up the caravan and tried to steal our wares, though our escort association colleagues stopped them. Still, they were far too many, all obsessed with our wares, and they followed us for 200 li. It was raining. Visibility was low. There was nary a light in sight. The bandits, who knew the terrain better, followed us like shadows. We were afraid to counterattack, lest they had some kind of underhanded trick up their sleeves. We were too afraid to run either, lest we couldn't shake them. From what I heard, the Sui regulator once secretly commissioned the renowned Xingyu Escort Association to transport an item, only for it to be lost in an accident en route. That was my fault. I'm afraid I'm not very good with comforting words, Mr. Zheng. I simply never expected that the next time I met a crossbowman of such horrifying prowess would be in my hometown, in the dead center of the city, under a well-lit night, all for the same goblet. I truly cannot begin to explain how I feel. How did you escape then, Mr. Zheng? When do you mean? Oh, the incident you were talking about, of course. My father always tells me that I'm still young and inexperienced and should learn from my elders. If you would continue to share your story with me, I'll gladly listen. Luck was on my side that night. 2 of my men were hurt. Good men. Neither of them made it. The association rule is to save the goods, then the men. We all knew the risk when we joined the business. But with the injured dead and the goods threatened, that actually freed us to do as we pleased. It was pouring that night. Helped to wash the blood off our blades. So you just need me to find the cup's owner. Correct. By owner, you mean a buyer or a collector? Not quite. It would be a much simpler matter if that were the case. That's strange. This cup was shockingly cheap, but according to the black market appraisal I stole from the smugglers, it seems it's an actual antique, through and through. Who's the man of the hour then? I don't know their name, nor anything else really. Their gender, their race, their age. Well, where am I supposed to start then? Are you sure they're even in Shangshu? That much is certain, and only that. How do you know? Suppose our friend decides to take a trip. Wouldn't that make this a huge waste of time? No, they are in Shangshu. I can guarantee you that. If they had left Shangshu, I would have been notified. Strange. So you can monitor them, but you can't locate them. That's right. It is some kind of monster or an enlightened deity. You'll know what I mean once you see them. So they must leave some kind of indication that they're here. Is this the funny kind of business officials have to deal with these days? Fine, I won't probe any further if you don't want to tell me. It's just, there's not much of a lead in a town this big. They're most likely hiding in one of the tree mounts. How do you figure? Our friend is unpredictable, but every once in a while, they show up at the mountainside liquor shops to buy alcohol, with no regularity whatsoever. But they've never come down to the valleys, nor have they ever appeared in nomadic cities, in which case, they're most likely somewhere in the mountains. Very well then, 3 mounts and 17 peaks it is. Sounds like a fun trip. Legend has it that our friend is an appreciator of fine weather and scenery, and they enjoy lodging in pavilions and writing poetry all the more. Legend, huh? It's more than mere legend, actually. So you're familiar with them? Not exactly. In the end, you may have just to try your luck, troublesome as it sounds. Do we have a deadline? I'd appreciate if you take care of this as soon as possible. As you can tell, a few too many people are already mixed up in this affair. The longer it continues, the greater the chance it will get even more out of hand. As for the cup, seeing as someone has their eyes on it, we should keep it in the safety of my estate. Amazing, Mr. Liang. First you had me bring it to you across thousands of li, and you want me to find its owner. Now you won't even let me hold it. You're really putting me in quite a bind. Perhaps next time you arrange for me to help you from the comfort of Langmen. This is a sign of my trust in you. It's true though that if someone had their eyes on it, then keeping it on my person is asking for trouble. As for the Xing Yuan, we're investigating it. Be careful on your way. If you need help, I can arrange for someone to accompany you. No need. A bodyguard tagging along would just make me stand out. It's troublesome and you know it. Are you certain you'll be fine on your own though? Sure, as long as you aren't hiding anything else from me. I'm looking for someone, not investigating a scary smuggler ring in Langmen. How much trouble can that be? At least talk to Master Shen. As a veteran boatman, he can help you get anywhere in Shangshu. Very well. Incidentally, is there a Zhuanxiang peak among Shangshu's 3 mounts and 17 peaks? Just how stubborn are you, bitch? Well, you're the only lead I've got. Not letting you go. You're all alone, with no lackeys. And are you sure you want to start a fight in a bustling part of town like this? How much did that thief from Langmen pay you to cover him like this? I don't know how things got to this point, but Mr. Lee is one of our most important partners. Partners? Business then. And you'll believe him, just like that. You sure he's not swindling you? I trust Rhodes Island, so I trust him. Simple as that. Oh, seems we won't be coming to an agreement then. Looks like. But Innkeeper Chung also said not to get you any more mixed up in this than you already are. Judging by your reaction, Mr. Lee got it right then. You're in this with the Innkeeper. You're playing me for a fool, are you? You're just some shady girl who knows where. How dare you make a fool of me? Fine, I'll make sure you pay for this. So we're doing this for real, huh? Alright, I've actually got a few things to ask you. Nothing to do with Mr. Lee, but still. Regarding Miss Du, she may be my daughter, but I'm ashamed to say she is still very immature. No, she's your family. I am in no position to meddle in your household affairs. How much inns and restaurants have you opened here in your town? Ho ho, I spent my entire life savings on this business. Fortunately, my old pals take care of me these days. The connections I made over the years finally came in handy. Well, it takes connections to survive in this business. Of course, in the end, it all comes down to how capable you are. Being a businessman is another thing entirely. It takes skills to start a business, but connections to build it up. No doubt you are already well aware of that though. Not at all. My father always tells me what youngsters like me lack isn't persistence or conviction. It's an understanding of everything that surrounds us. Wise words indeed. Being holed up in a castle in the clouds is no way to live. Still, General Zuo is a good father, but it doesn't matter what your father thinks. What is truly important is what you think. Don't worry about that too much. When you are young, there is no shame in letting your frustration, curiosity, or anger get the better of you. On the contrary, young man, you don't want to lose your age too early. Thank you for your advice. My advice wasn't just for you. It may sound simple, but it is no simple matter. I had to hear it for myself, all the same. My daughter, what a headache she is. Nice moves. Spare me the egg. It didn't even connect. How come you're like a whole different person when you're fighting? My mate Mr. Nothing is like that too. Are all you Yennies like that? I don't want to hurt anyone, that's all. You called us thieves, didn't you? Aren't you going a little too easy on the thief? Save it. That's not going to fly this time. How about we stop beating around the bush then? Sure thing. I'm all for it. Gotta warn you though, I'm not exactly speaking for Mr. Lee here. Doesn't matter. Neither you nor that comment are the honest sort. The sooner we get this conversation over with, the better. Who did you say you were with again? Who did you say you were, sorry? Codename Cruz. An operator currently on deployment from Rhodes Island. So Mr. Nothing is that guy's codename. Something like that. He's not quite on the job just yet though. You work behind fake names, hiding nice beneath your smiles. What a sketchy lot. Ooh, never heard that one before. Someone hired us to take the cup back from Langmanite. Yennies is a tricky language, and I can't say I've had time to master it. But wouldn't you say that using the phrase take back here is a little too convenient? I trust Mr. Lee. If you really had a grievance, or if this were all a misunderstanding, did he really have to come to blows? This is the Yennies heartland, not Syracuse or Bolivar. Violence won't get you anywhere. I have my reasons to open with hostilities instead of courtesies. That's it. Do you seriously not know anything? Oh, so now I'm the one who's getting played for a fool, huh? If you really don't know, you best stay out of this and dig no further. I've already spoken with the Langmanite. If you insist on sticking your nose into this, you'll ruin it for everyone. Well, I'm the righteous one. What are we doing is righteous. Naturally, our reasons are righteous too. Now that I've told you this much, I might make this clear. Whether you believe me or not, I didn't rob the young estate. But you know who did. Perhaps. You said you've already talked to Mr. Lee. So how about a trace? How about a truce? Can you give us an explanation, except an explanation? You said that the Langmanite was hired by Magistrate Liang to deliver a goblet from Langman. So the other who hired the escort association could be someone even Liang Xin is afraid to offer. What? It's beyond complicated. Don't count on me to explain it to you. Miss Tu! Benefactor, are you alright? You punk! You here to get in my way too? I haven't even... Oh wait, sorry, that was the guy. I haven't even said anything yet. Get him, boys! Oh, Mr. Nothing is truly nothing now. There's enough chit-chat for one night. Excuse me. Get out of here. Stop badgering that guy already. Hey, first you say you'll come get me, and now you don't? Must you always gives me such trouble? Hold on. You ain't half bad, and you know how to listen, so I'll leave you with a piece of advice. The mountain rapids are turbulent and steep. Stay out of this. Benefactor. I'm fine. Don't worry. Miss Tu, are you okay? Aren't those two working with the Langmanite? Why don't we just tell them the truth? I know what I'm doing. Oh. Omen Chung wanted to dab this on us, but that's not going to happen. I've got to deal with the Langmanite. The old banner has flown long enough. It's time to switch it out for a new one. Slight BRB. Wow, this story does feel really long.
どうよドクター、いい夢は見れた？私らの次の目標は思いついた？夢で見たのでもいいよ。
Let me play an EX stage because I'm trying to get the event currency. We'll be right back for a while.
자연은 이미 모든 변화를 알려주었으니 멀리 보고 발아래를 조심하도록.
Beginning collection of battlefield information. Load capacity calculations complete. 트랩을 작동하는 게 좋으려나? 여기서 쓰러져 준다면 이 이상 다치지는 않을 거야.
당신의 뜻대로.
Guys, if I stop the story halfway today, what's a good middle point? I have a feeling that I might not last. Because for the first time when I walked away, I walked out of my chair giddy. I've never had that before. That's not a good sign. I think my body is overwhelmed. But I can still continue reading. It's still quite early anyways, it's 8 PM. I don't want to sleep at 8 PM.
How soon do you want them gone?
I'm really dying. I'm dying because my sleep has been very bad. We haven't even met Ling yet. I mean, I think I'll stop at like IW5, probably. But yeah, I'll keep it going.
Still soaking yourself in the past?
You want Oren to be playable. Why would you want Oren to be playable? Are you the rare singular Oren fan? I want Demetri to be playable.
Conviction will throw you off pace.
For fun? Wow, Oren will make banner history, man.
Once we're back,
Lowest sales of a banner. I'll stop somewhere here. Cause I think I can continue reading, but I don't if I continue reading and I die midway, I feel like it'll be very weird if I end at the same point where I end, like, you know, Ideal City and the other one, where I ended when literally I'm just 2 stages away. So instead, let's do it as a proper part 1 and a part 2. I will make sure that I read this before the July ends, so maybe I'll stream one more time tomorrow to see the ending of this story. By the way, I heard quite a lot of you saying that you all have mixed feelings to this story. For now though, my initial review to the story is that at the very least there's hooks. You know, I am curious about what the hell is this, like, second land, you know, what's with the pavilion that they speak of? Why are there monsters appearing, and then why is it only some of them can see the monsters while the others don't? Like, I find that is good intrigue that makes me wonder, like, what's up. So for now, the experience has been okay. This story is the weakest after Ancient Forge for you. At least the thing I enjoy is also seeing the character dynamic. Like, I think I find it very cute to see how respectful Cruz is towards Lee, and how there is a sort of... It's quite weird. It's a friendship, but yet at the same time, Mr. Nothing is still committed to calling her benefactor. Midday, the skies are clear, as though the heavy rains the night before had been nothing but a lie. The second tallest of Shangshu's 3 mounts is Mount Juqi. Juqi is home to only 2 of the 17 peaks, lesser of which is Nini Peak. There are 2,222 steps leading up to Nini Peak. While this may seem like a fascinating coincidence, additional steps were added specifically for the gimmick. The steps lead heavenward towards the cloud. The higher you get, the fewer visitors can be found. A lush green mountain rarely ever trodden by footsteps. A few men can be seen here and there. All of them appear to be pole carriers on first glance. This is no mountain, but truly, what a fine summit. How do you suppose they built a treehouse up here in the mountains when the roads aren't so much as paved? By hand, Hellas. On our way up here, we saw a pole carrier walking down the mountain, didn't we? They do this every day, carrying anything from foodstuffs to bricks up from the base of the mountain. From what I hear, a single trip takes them a good few hours. It's very toilsome work. Even today, some remote mountains still rely on pole carriers for their survival. Can't they just build a ropeway for some cable cars or something? First, they need a plot of land to build it on, wouldn't they? Right. Not that I know about the first thing of building ropeways. Those guys really are amazing though. They probably rake in quite a bit of dough, don't they? Not until recently. I saw on the news not too long ago that Shangshu magistrate thinks very highly of coolies. The government's even footing the bill for the tea house teas. Pardon! Excuse me. Noon tea. You got it, Master Shang. Haven't seen you in a couple of days. How have you been? Same old. What were you up to? So, my son. Oh, it's that time again. I forgot. If you told me sooner, we could have gone together. Don't worry about it. He likes it quiet. It's been years now. I'm only saying this because we know each other for so well, and I mean no disrespect, but we can't be stuck in the past. Speaking for Zheng Qingyue. Come on, you know he personally invested in all the tea houses. You're on his payroll. You speak for him. No offense taken. That's half of my opinion too. Half offended then. It's been years already. Just hear me out. Have some tea and think it through. Isn't that the man we saw go down the mountain earlier? I think so. It hasn't been that long, has it? He's back already. He and his buddies must have some kind of relay system, so he only has to go down halfway. That's the only possible explanation. No good. Can't get through him. There's no response, which means Nian and Das aren't in Shangshu yet. They might not be following the mission directives. Benefactor. Yeah, I know what you're about to say. I'm hardly a clever man, and I certainly can't claim to remember everything else I see. But if my eyes did not deceive me, the case that Mr. Lee handed to Mr. Liang carried the same pattern as a trinket that Nian had. Must be something to do with them suddenly breaking off from the team. What should we do? Well, I saw this coming too. I talked to Lava, you see, asked her to contact operators near Shangshu and have them come get us as soon as she made it to the office. So you came prepared. Nian was acting awfully dodgy the whole way. I figured she was up to something. Are you suggesting we stay here for the time being then? We bumped into Mr. Lee. Naturally, we have to help him. It's in the contract and everything. I see. You handle this fairly and impartially, while remaining vigilant and conscientious. You continue to command my utmost respect, benefactor. But Mr. Lee is a smart man. He never bothered requesting road silent assistance ever since we ran into him at the inn. Maybe he's been trying to tell us not to get involved. If this really does have anything to do with Nian, though, not to mention Taihe and Zuola. Anyways, we'll check out the rendezvous point that when the time comes. Nian's probably gonna be a no-show, but Dusk isn't that kind of girl. We might see her there. Right, Dusk is likely to drop a hint or two at least. No matter how I slice it though, sometimes things are just too coincidental. Nothing, mate. You didn't have any particular reason for choosing that inn, right? Oh, you jest. Suppose I had an ulterior motive. How could I have counted on a groom pincer knocking my car over and then us running into each other? Then just who is it that made everything line up so perfectly? Oh. Benefactor, that was a jest, right? A joke, a jig. You couldn't possibly be suspecting me, could you? Benefactor? Dad, what's the matter? I thought I was in charge of this whole thing. Someone has to clean up the mess. If you can do it, then clearly I could too. Wrong. But if you could, you can't. As long as you're still with Tu Yao Ye and not Tu, head of the Escort Association, there is absolutely no way. Why? Do you still fail to realize why I didn't seize the target when he was in the inn? Why I stopped you even? It was because of that quarters with the skills and that nothing dude. It seems you still have much to learn. What do you mean? You have no eye for people. Dad, do you want me to inherit the association? Or do you want me to be the naive Miss Du my whole life? An escort has many enemies. You don't understand. And so I should continue to be this stupid, ignorant daughter of the association's head. I'm supposed to let everyone think that Zheng, head of Esport Association, is now an honest businessman, and I'm a successor who's not up to snuff. You know that's not who I am. Yeah, my girl. They say Esport. I didn't, right? They say Esport Association? That would be funny if I did. Do you know the size of the bone the young people at the Escort Association have to pick with you? What do they know? And what do you know? You're trying to wash your hands off the business, yet you don't even realize how long the younger association have been unhappy with the current state of the association. Then are you telling me, in all honesty, that starting a new association with those inexperienced disciples is what you truly want? Is that who you are now? All I know is that you make me do this, Dad. And that if I succeed, not only will they bow to me, I have a fine new addition to my rap sheet. I'm worried that you might not have what it takes. I'm even more worried that you are actually trying to mess this up. I don't know what you're talking about. If you change your mind, then hurry up and tell me. And if you haven't, then stop worrying about me. How did it go, miss? What did the innkeeper say? How do you think it went? Zheng got played. They switched it out with a decoy. At least we don't have to screw this one up ourselves. So that he's already on top of it. Not necessarily. He knows what we're up to. He knows? What should we do then? If our masters ground us, we can't do anything. Solving a problem like this can take a while, but creating a new one is simple enough. I had the same thought when I first visited Shangshu years ago, but the people here are really quite something. From Xin Luan to Liu Yuan, How many wondrous peaks and precipitous paths will be crossed? The city is dispersed along the mountain chain, and there are settlements scattered all across. What a wondrous sight. So, have you come to understand why you came to be robbed? I'm not stupid. Though I trust Liang Xin, and therefore I trust you, Master Shen. Well, you've got the smarts. I'll give you that. Is that what Liang Xin said? Is that what Liang Xin said about me? I came to that conclusion myself. Where does Mr. Liang come into this? He once told me that I put up a front and my predictions never come true, but I have good eye for people. That's what I meant. It's all a matter of experience. Let's go. It is as high as Huntan Peak gets. And we haven't seen any pavilions on our way up there. Chujiang Peak isn't far from here. But why pick that one? If we're looking for someone, shouldn't we start where more people live? Wait, sorry. What did they use to call Shijiang? Zhuangjiang Peak. It was difficult to write, so they changed it when it got turned to a tourist spot. Bingo. I had a dream that I was looking for someone on that peak. Now, if that isn't strange, surely you didn't learn about the old name on your last trip to Shangshu. Maybe. Or perhaps I have a mountain spirit guarding me. You know how to use arts, right? Think they're called original arts now. An inkhorn of a name. I tell you, but they've always been around. It may as well be gods or spirits that you speak of. Now, that's not quite right. Sorry. Now, that's not quite right, Master Shen. It is man who uses Fu Lu. And thus, it is man who triumphs over nature. It is man who triumphs over nature. I think I like that saying. Why does Lee have doppelganger? Alright. Original arts it is. I don't really get these original studies. What are you spacing out for? Did I just say something? Man who triumphs over nature. No. Never mind. I was probably daydreaming. Shijiang Peak, Zhuangjiang Peak. We looked there numerous times, but the search always came up empty-handed. Sorry, naturally. Yet the Sui regulator has nonetheless come to a decision. Yes. Has a presence in Shangshu after all these years ever proven to be a transgression though? Why then did she deviate her strength, defending her borders dozens of times? Over such a long stretch of time, it certainly defies common sense. The situation at hand seems to be going against your wishes, Mr. Liang. If she is a shadow, then the goblet from Langmen might just be a flicker. Did the light come on first, or did the shadow, a difficult yet meaningless question? What is truly difficult are the people who try to answer this question. The Sui regulator came to me directly and to reason with me in person. Naturally, I understand the gravity of the circumstances. You promised General Zuo that when the cup arrives in Shangshu, he will feign its theft, allowing it to make its ways towards his son, Lord Zuo. All to fool certain individuals. Correct. Though I couldn't possibly have explained this all to Oli, an outsider. Then you should not have chosen a Langmen knight to handle this. Given my status, I can't act rashly. Do more harm than good if it blemishes the early spring festivities. And as the magistrate, all matters, both large and small, are of utmost importance to me. Is he not a friend of yours? He is my friend, but he is also an outsider. We can hardly blame you. There are too many eyes. What of the cup? As I entrusted my friend with the matter, naturally it is with him. You wish to have Lungman Knight uncover Link's whereabouts without lifting a finger yourself. Correct. Rumor has it that the cup can possess the things around it. Is it true? Mr. Taihe, I have a question myself. Please go ahead. Let us cast aside our status and speak as equals. The Sui regulator bypassed the Ministry of Rights for this matter, far overstepping its bounds. Once the Ministry learn of this, there will likely be quite the quarrel between the two parties. You are the Deputy Monitor Censor of the Department of Discipline and Supervision. What are your thoughts? I am indebted to the General, and I am merely repaying the favor. Sorry. It comes down to personal feelings then. That is correct. The Department of Discipline and Supervision's Monitor Censor oversees hundreds of officers and champions integrity. It seems to me that there is no place for personal feelings. The Department of Discipline and Supervision learns of this and finds the Ministry of Rights in the right and the Sui regulator in the wrong. What will become of those personal feelings? Gamer loyalty and forsake righteousness. There wasn't even a single hesitation in your answer, Mr. Taihe. Naturally. It was the General himself who taught me those words. Truly a fine man then. You needn't worry, however. General Zuo is a Yanni soldier. He will never do something illegal. If something forced the Sui regulator's hand then, even if it means bypassing the Ministry of Rights. Right, Lord Exorcist Zuo Xuanliao is a man who normally gives the affairs in Borderlands his utmost attention. Who could have diverted his attention to a mere goblet? It's no trivial matter, but hardly a significant one either. And I'm certain you already know who it is. Please take care, Mr. Liang. It seems this spring will be colder than expected. Here we are. Aside from a few houses here and there, it's the only town near Chijiang Peak. What kind of place is this? Before Shangshu City was built, it was near the border. The mountains was full of mineral resources, and many blacksmiths and stonesmen worked here. What about now? With the world at peace, the monolithic cities are all parked around the mountain range. Aside from the few forges kept around as tourist spots, the town is mostly bed and breakfast now. What lies at the top of Chujiang Peak then? No idea. Perhaps just a place for wine and chess. After all, if it was so scenic, there'd be no need to go back to look for them. Most likely, it's a remote place no one ever visits. I know Shangshu's mountains and waters like the back of my hand. Never heard of any pavilion off the beaten path though. Chijiang Peak has only an empty swath of land. The legend goes that a god staring into the deep water there attained enlightenment by forgetting the water surrounding it. From then on, everyone called it the Field of Forgotten Water. I see. Sounds like our friend won't be easy to find. Then how about we start with the wine shop? Must be futile without knowing what they look like though. Any ideas, Master Shen? When seeking a man, there is this one simple trick that has worked since ancient times. However, seeing you two have them seek you out instead. True, but a little passive for my taste. I have an idea though. Need something. Missing. Reading for leisure, I see. Fine taste as always, my lord. Reading for leisure enriches the mind. If there is something you would like to ask, please go ahead. My lord, is something weighing on your mind? What do you mean? Your friend from Langman. There's no hiding anything from you listening. There is a minor matter, though. It's entirely personal. What does it concern? We are looking for someone. What kind of someone? An old friend of ours, a practitioner of the martial arts. I see. Is that all? His name is Huai. It seems a simple thing. Wait. Okay. Interesting. So the story has a revolving theme of waifu's dad, I suppose. Is a significant character. I did say it was a minor matter. You needn't worry. Wait. You should hide no secrets from me, my lord. And I have none to hide. Very well then. The lady before him walks across the room and takes a glance at the bookshelf. She appears engulfed in a sense of defeat. Fortunately, her mood quickly lightens. It often changes rapidly. My lord, the book you are reading, is it a historical record? It's about an old catastrophe that happened within the bounds of Shangshu's 3 miles. You seem to be very fond of that place of history. I saw I saw it in my own eyes. I can never forget it. If I remember correctly, Tale of the 3 Mounts? I'm surprised you remember. It seems I've reread the book far too many times. I only happened to notice. May I borrow it? I'll be paying Uncle Bai a visit. I can read it in my downtime. As you wish. Very well, but... Oh, forgive me. Let me get it for you. I haven't been able to read it much lately, so I placed it fairly high on the shelf. Thank you. So you'll be visiting Pai, the porter? Yes. Please give him my regards. Of course. I will take my leave now. Tale of the 3 Mounts. My lord, I'm sure you never realized, but I've actually already taken a peek at your bookshelf once you worked late into the night and fell asleep in your study. He's never put this book so high up. There was a new case on the shelf too. What could be inside? Okay, wait. I have an emergency to make. For the first time, this is different. I'm not sleepy. The game is spinning. I think I need to stop. Everything around me is spinning right now. Yeah, I need to collapse. I'll be back tomorrow. I mean, it'll be good enough. I can probably finish this tomorrow. But yeah. Oh my god. Wait, I don't think I'm walking straight. Yeah. Okay, I'm ending my stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Goodness me. I see you guys back. Yeah, this is the worst level of struggling. I know when it's sleepy struggle, but this is different. This is like, wait, my body is not well struggle. Okay, I'll be back. See you guys. Bye-bye.